How much would you have made if you had invested $100,000 in Google back when it was just getting started? Well, that's exactly what David Sheridan did, and today his net worth is over $6 billion. That's probably one of the best investments ever. However, not everyone gets such a chance to become a billionaire. Not everyone has an extra 100 grand to throw at another startup. Nonetheless, there are an endless number of opportunities all around you. In fact, 1,700 people just in the US are becoming millionaire every single day. And if you want to be one of them, you gotta start somewhere. But here's the problem. 40% of Americans can't even cover unexpected $1,000 bills because they are just living paycheck to paycheck. So most people can't even pull out $1,000 to invest, but $100, easy.
That was easy.
Today we'll look at the best ways to invest $100 in 2021. I'm hoping after watching this video, you will be able to do it yourself. If you are new to the channel, a big fat welcome.
Hello there.
I make videos on how to start online business, making money online, passive income, personal finance, and much more. My goal on this channel is to help you grow your wealth and build multiple streams of passive income. If you are into any of these topics, please consider subscribing and recommend this video to any one of your friends to help them out. Thanks. Make sure to stick till the end of the video to get all the valuable information provided in this video. Almost everyone can afford $100. However, it seems like you can't do much with it, since even, for example, a single Apple stock costs twice that amount. And I'm not even talking about Amazon or Google. Even index funds are not an option. How much do you think $100 over 40 years with 8% returns would amount? Well, just a little over $2,172 to be exact. But don't worry, because there are actually legit great ways to invest even as little as $100 that I have used and will share with you here in this video. So let's start with the first one. The first one on our list would be start the business.
Excuse me, what?
I know that it sounds kind of cliche, because start a business, it seems like you clearly need much more than $100, right? But believe it or not, there are actually a handful of businesses you can start with as little as $100. The problem is, when we think of starting a business, we imagine big business and ignore all the small ones that are much easier to start. You can buy a lawnmower for $100, for example, and start a side business cutting your neighbor's grass. In fact, I started this channel with just $100. Definitely not one of those guys who started watching YouTube since its early days, but much later. And I realized that most of these YouTubers just share their ideas and experiences. Even the most successful ones started with almost nothing. So I said to myself, I have a lot of ideas too. How about I start sharing them with the world? Let's see how that goes. I ordered a new microphone for a little over $100 and started making videos. I have to admit that they were absolutely horrible, because I knew almost nothing about video editing or animations, and I didn't really care much because it was more like a hobby than real business. Then you slowly start improving the quality, and at some time it will start picking up and you'll get like a little business. You don't necessarily have to start a YouTube channel. There are an endless number of online businesses that do not require a lot of capital. Let's say you are good at playing a guitar or violin. You can find someone who can help you with shooting and editing it for as little as $100. Turn it into an online course and sell it online. And the great part about it is that you don't even need a website, because right now there are multiple great platforms to sell courses for free. If it turns out to be successful, you can slowly turn it into a legitimate business. You can easily earn back your money and make much more. We are lucky to be living in this age because no matter where you are in the world, pretty much everyone has the internet, right? So this is probably a great option for most people. Number 2, trade some stocks. A lot of people keep watching videos or read about the stock market, hoping to start investing one day. If you haven't bought a single stock, the world of the stock market is probably quite ambitious to you, right? When you actually get in and start, a lot of things start getting clearer. Reading and watching videos about the stock market is one thing, and investing or trading is something else. What seems so obvious in theory isn't that easy in practice. When you buy a stock and it goes down right in front of your eyes, you get emotional, your brain stops working, and your emotions get in the charge. All that will be in your mind is to minimize losses. That's when you really learn. The point isn't to turn that $100 into $1,000 or more, but to experience the market. Because when you are trading with real money, you'll be much more careful and cautious. Since your money is at stake, it's actually fun to look for the right company to throw your money in.
Shut up and take my money!
You'll read about many different companies, analyze their financial statements, figure out if their price is undervalued or overvalued, and then make up your mind if this company is worth your money or not. This experience is totally worth it, even if you lose $100. In fact, if you decide to invest a larger amount, you will at least know how the market works. Thirdly, invest in books. I grew up watching my parents live paycheck to paycheck and struggle financially. And I promised myself that when I grow up, I'm not gonna live like that. But the problem was that I didn't know how to do that. My parents told me that if I keep getting good grades, I will find a good job when I grow up and I won't have to worry about money. But at some point, I started reading books outside the school and accidentally came across Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and that's where the magic happened. I was introduced to the world of money, and to be honest, I was shocked about how little I really knew about money, even though I use it every day. You probably have heard this a million times, but the moment you make that shift in your mentality, your perspective changes and you will start making different decisions that will slowly lead you to financial independence. A lot of people watch a video or two here on YouTube and then they think that they're financial gurus. Let me ask you something. How many videos have you watched for the past week? Dozens, if not hundreds, because YouTube is entertainment. You might learn a thing or two, but it's not going to stick. Trust me. Like when you read a book, because usually it takes you a couple of days, if not weeks, to finish a single book, and by then these ideas will be embodied in you. Some of my favorite books on this matter are Max Out from Ed Mylett, Ready, Fire, Aim, and Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and a few others. I will just put them in the description. Number 4, buy and sell something. A lot of people don't have even basic business experience. They are so trained into the system where they haven't made a single penny outside their job. So when you tell them to start a business, they keep postponing it because it's a strange world for them. But business is all about selling, and most businesses do not even build their products, but rather just buy low and sell high. The grocery store besides your house, for example, they do not produce what they sell. They have a supplier. The process of business is simpler than you think, but quite difficult to implement. The good news is that you don't have to spend big and open your store to learn that. You can just go to eBay and find something that you can resell to your neighbors, for example, for a slightly higher price. That experience will improve your social skills, analytical skills, and negotiating skills. You might not make a lot of money out by buying and selling with $100. However, you will learn much more than you will do with a 4-year degree in business. You will have to analyze the market, who would be your potential customers, what would be the appropriate price, how to deal with your clients, and on and on. In fact, there are actually people who make a living out of these. But if you think that's not for you, here's another idea. Number 5, learn a valuable skill. What you can also do is to use that $100 to learn a skill that will earn much more later on. This is probably the best option if you're struggling financially or looking for a side hustle. You can invest in a social media course. Every business is now looking for someone who actually understands how these algorithms work. Or you can learn graphic designing, copywriting, web designing, endless number of online opportunities. Of course, you can find free materials even here on YouTube. So why buy a course? Usually the free stuff isn't as good as the paid courses. They're better organized, and after taking the entire course, you feel like you actually learned the skill compared to the free stuff where you have to keep searching for everything separately. And secondly, once you pay for something, you feel obligated to take that course because you just spent $100, right? It will probably motivate you to take action after taking the course to earn back the money that you spent on the course. Conclusion, $100 isn't a lot of money.
With only 200.
And you can't do much with it. So all the options we discussed in this video are more about educating yourself, stepping up your business and analytical skills, and getting valuable experience that will pay back in the long run. But now it's your turn. How or where would you invest your first $100? Make sure to smash the like button because that's always appreciated on my channel. I wish you guys the best, and I will see you in the next video.